deepest dimensions of human experience. We experience all the time, but we don't often reflect deeply upon it. And so Whitehead is pointing to the fact that the metaphysical endeavor can leave out nothing, absolutely nothing. Okay, we might want to ask, given this list, what else can we add? Well, the list could be endless. Okay, process thinkers have developed this intuition into the study of near-death experience. They've studied out-of-body experience. They've studied psychedelic experience. We most recently, a few weeks ago, did a conference on process and psychedelic experience. So everything in human experience is on the table for Whitehead to be digested in this metaphysical endeavor. Okay, this is a point we're almost going to belabor as we continue on. Okay, yet another reason metaphysics, a third reason, is dismissed is because it is said it's committed to the domination or the instrumental use of nature, right? One way we might think of this is we set up a clean category of ideas and we thrust it onto nature in order to utilize nature as valueless or utilize nature as an instrument for our own purposes. And yet Whitehead makes the fundamental claim that every experience of nature is a value experience, which basically manifests in the statement, have a care. Okay, there's something here that matters. And that's a statement of fundamental worth. And we'll get into how Whitehead fuses fact and value together. Okay, and this is going to be very important for the ecological sensibility that's mentioned in some of your introductions. And this element of value is so fundamental for Whitehead that he even makes further claims, okay, that the values of nature are perhaps the key to the metaphysical synthesis of existence. Okay, and it's not so clear what he means immediately by that, but it's so fundamental that Whitehead's philosophy is a philosophy of value, permeating all things to the lowest levels of reality, which we'll largely get into next time. But this is essential to keep in mind. Okay, still others have wanted to come and reject metaphysics because they claim it's essentially involved with making dogmatic claims of certainty about the nature of reality. Okay, we all have friends, I certainly do, who like to do this sort of thing. And we've probably been guilty of it at some point in our life as well, making these dogmatic claims about the nature of reality. And yet Whitehead refers to metaphysics as an experimental adventure. Right? Think of something that is experimental. There's very little certainty in it. It's unfolding. Think of experiment or certainty with respect to the adventurous quest. There's something undetermined. The adventure is unfolding. It's very hard to come across certainty when one is on an adventure. They're almost sort of totally opposed in a certain sense. So next time your friends come to you and they're making robust statements of certainty and dogmatism, quote Whitehead, who says the merest hint of dogmatic certainty as to finality of statement is an exhibition of folly, right? And then when they ask you, are you certain of this? You'll say, yes. Okay, so it's a reminder. It's a reminder. I'm making myself laugh here, but it's a reminder to be on the lookout for claims of certainty, and see them against the backdrop. Pierre, you mentioned mystery, against a fundamental mystery there we're involved in, that we're trying to, in some sense, grasp as if darkly. Okay, seeing through a lens darkly, to use the biblical metaphor.
That quote comes up in almost everybody's writing about Whitehead.
Yes, it certainly does. Yeah, thanks, Wendell. Okay, let's move finally then to a related critique, and that is those who said that metaphysics should be rejected for being essentially foundationalist. Okay, and this is a fancy term for essentially saying that metaphysics begins with these very clear, these very distinct principles, right? You might call them basic beliefs. And once you have these basic beliefs or principles in place, everything follows from them seamlessly. Okay, you start with clarity and then everything follows. And yet Whitehead critiques this. Okay, he says metaphysical thought should not start from principles which are clear distinct and certain. He'd even, I would say, deny the fact that it can. You don't find very clear principles immediately in the philosophical endeavor. At best, you come to them later on, and humbly so in a certain sense. Okay, remember again this element of dogmatism that he warns us. So he says metaphysics can exclude nothing. It should never start from systematization, right? This clear system. It should primarily start from, the language Whitehead uses is assemblage. And I wonder, what do you think he's speaking